All right, so I showed up here right before the Tinkatink Community starts, so that way I can be here when all the spawns come in to the game. I'm gonna catch whatever's here first, just to clear whatever's here. That way all that appears on the screen are the Tinkatink themselves. Let me try to hurry because I have literally less than a minute to do this. And that sound you might be hearing are all these ducks around me right now. But anyway, it's 2 o'clock and the event is gonna start right now. But while I'm waiting for the spawns to come in, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the incense. That should last for 3 hours, perfect. I'm gonna drop some star pieces and some lucky eggs. All right, so let's see if the first encounter is gonna be shiny. It is not a shiny, but I plan on catching a bunch of these today. In general, but then for the shiny themselves, of course I expect, my goal is to try to get at least 3 shiny of them, 1 for each of the evolutionary line, of course. But of course, any extra shiny is always going to be, it's always going to be great. Actually, no, I'm going to get up and move around a little bit so that way the spawns start to come in. Because right now, I don't know why, because usually this is a pretty good spot for the spawns to just all kind of pop in at once, but I'm surprised that that wasn't the case. So I'm gonna walk around and get some of these to spawn in. We'll do a few checks and then we'll go ahead and start going for a walk and see how many shinies we can get for the next 3 hours. And what's great too is that I thought today was gonna be a hot day. It's actually kind of a cool day. Now it is a bit sunny, so it won't be too cool, but it'll still be warm enough that it's not gonna be cold. Like I'm used to the cold. But my biggest concern, of course, is how my GoPro is going to perform, because it will shut off if it does get too hot. So I will do my best to try to keep it cool and just check on it every once in a while just to make sure that it hasn't stopped recording. And of course, as I said that, the GoPro shut off or it stopped recording, which again, I don't know why it does that. It happened last time when I was doing this. I think it was the bug out event, or it was the bug out event where it did that, where it stopped recording. I wish the GoPro would stop doing that. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. Thankfully, it makes a sound so I know when it stops recording. That way, if it does happen, then I can jump right on it and get it to record again. But let me finish checking these before I go ahead and go for my walk, and none of them were shiny. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll go for a walk, start going for a walk and see what we can get. So again, the goal is to get 3 shinies minimum, but I want to see if I can break my record from before, which was, I think, for Magikarp Community Day. Actually, it was a Community Day Classic from a few years ago, from like 2 or 3 years ago, where I ended up catching, I think, around 30 Magikarp. So if I can get 30 today, 30 or more today, that'd also be kind of cool. But I won't do much talking. I'll pretty much only bring up whenever a shiny appears, so that way I can try to keep this video as condensed as possible without having too much fluff in it. So let's go for a walk and see what I can get. Ooh. Man, I didn't have my camera ready. All right, cool. So we got the first shiny. All right, here we go. Nice. I was sitting here trying to clear out my box so that way I had enough space to catch some of these Pokemon, but there we go. A Pokedex entry for Shiny Tinkatink. Really nice. I've got a few more here to check, so I'll double check these and then we'll continue. And then we'll go over the rewards for the special research also, which I think those will be pretty straightforward if you've ever done one of these before. But we'll take a look here in a second. Oh, and then we get another one. Nice. 2 for 2. Now, there's nothing too special about the shiny anyway, because all it is the hammer that changes color. The Pokemon itself still stays that hot pink color, but the hammer turns from like this bluish gray metallic color to this copper color. So not the best shiny, but a shiny is a shiny at the end of the day, so it's not going to be much of a big deal for me. It is what it is. Now for the special research, I've already completed all of them. So I don't even know what the first step was, what the first part of it was, but let's go ahead and claim these. Let's go ahead and continue walking, and I'll see you guys in the next shiny. All right, let's go ahead and look at the next batch of special research encounters. Not a shiny. Oh, we got a shiny. There we go. Nice. That is shiny number 3 now. So I've already completed the amount that I need. as long as I catch it. And then anything after this is just bonus. All right, let's go back to checking the research here. So not a shiny, but let's finally check this last one here. And it is not a shiny. It's a little hot. All right, and then finally for step 3, we have catch 3 Pokemon, catch 5 Pokemon, so 10 in total. And then to spin 5 Pokestops in total, and then explore 1 kilometer. So that should be pretty easy to do. Oh, we get another shiny. Let's go. Shiny number 4 in the bag. Well, not in the bag yet. Once I catch it, then it's in the bag. Nice. And with the background too, nice. Now, one thing I'm also gonna do is wait until I walk the kilometer and spin the 5 Pokestops, so that way I can collect the 3 encounters at once, along with the final encounter of that step once the other tasks are done. So I don't want to do 3, wait until I spin the Pokestops, and then get the final one at the end. I want to be able to do all 4 of them at once. So once I do spin the 5 Pokestops here and walk the kilometer, then I'll go ahead and claim everything at the same time. And today could also be the day that I end up getting to the 1 million Stardust collected for the level tasks, the level up tasks that you have to do. Because then the only challenging one that's going to be a little bit difficult for me is to do 7 days in a row of following a route, and the reason why I say it's difficult, it's going to be challenging, is because I don't go out for a walk every single day, and it's hard to plan out to go follow a route when you're doing this sort of thing. When you're playing Pokemon Go, like I could do one right now if I wanted to, but then I can't guarantee that tomorrow I'll be able to do it to work towards the 7 days in a row. So that one I'm going to play it by ear and try to plan it out a little bit better, so that way I can complete that before getting close to the level up. Ooh, there we go. Shiny number 5, nice. So after that spin, I do have 2 more that I have to do before I'm able to collect everything here. I still haven't reached the 1 kilometer yet, but I should reach it by the time that I get to the park over there in the distance, which is where I started from. And then when we get there, we'll also be able to get a big cluster of Tinkatink spawning in, because as you've seen in a couple of my previous videos, a lot of Pokemon like to spawn there. So there I should have a pretty good chance at getting maybe 1 or 2 shinies out of that batch to add to the 5 that I already have. And by that point it should be almost an hour, right? Yeah, we're right about 40 minutes almost. Ooh, and there we go, another shiny. Let's go, number 6. Yeah, it's been almost an hour. It'll be about 45 minutes by the time that I get to the park where I started, so not a bad first 45 minutes. And what's great is that, and I don't think I mentioned this earlier, I'll actually be able to do the full 3 hours, unlike the one for I'm already blanking on the Pokemon Score Bunny. Unlike with Score Bunny, where I couldn't do the entire thing, I was only able to do the first hour of it, but I was still able to catch a total of 15 shinies. So already in the first 45 minutes almost, I've caught 7 of them, or that was 6, sorry. I mean, it's not as good as Score Bunny, but at this rate I'll probably have like, I don't know, 15 to 20 shinies by the end of it, but we'll see what happens when I get there. All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna end up buying more storage because I don't have enough space right now to try to do all this at once. So I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna do it. I did the $20 worth and just upgrade storage until I run out of space, or until I run out of coins. Okay, so now I have 7150. So that should be plenty of storage now. I really do need to start managing my space and get rid of Pokemon that I don't need. So I'll probably do that sometime in the next few weeks and see how much I can get rid of. Yo, there we go. Shiny number 7. Let's go. Nice. 7 in the bag. All right. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Shiny number 8. Nice. While I'm here, I'm gonna do this Sinisty raid, so that way I can get that one just kind of gone from there. And then I'm gonna do the Eevee Dynamax battle also at the other end of the park over there. Once all that is done, I'll catch whatever's here and then continue and do another lap for the next hour-ish, because it's already been just under an hour. So I know that these cannot be shiny, but the biggest thing that I'm going to be looking for when I do catch it is if it's a phony form or an antique form. It's a phony form. All right, I mean, I'm still going to keep it anyway. All right, so not a shiny, and that's okay. All right, so from this point forward, I'm only going to be doing checks. I have plenty of candy, and I could always use the pineapple berries for whenever I do come across a shiny. You know, one thing I almost forgot, the rewards. Let's go ahead and take a look at these to see if any of them are shiny. Oh, okay, Tinkatink in this one. Nope, not a shiny, but it will be the one with the background. All right, so that'll do it for the special research. So I guess now the only thing to really focus on is to catch more shinies for the next under 2 hours. Yo, there we go. Shiny number 9, finally. I was on a bit of a dry spell there, but let's go ahead and add that one to the list. Ooh, there we go. Shiny number X. Nice. There we go. Ooh. Shiny number 11. Let's go. Oh, broke out. Gotta be careful it doesn't run away. I haven't filled a shiny in a long time. Okay, there we go. 11 in the bag. Let's go. Ooh. Shiny number 12. Let's go. Ooh, there we go. Shiny number 13. And who says 13 was unlucky? Not me. Now let's see if 13 really is lucky or unlucky. If I can get back-to-back shinies right here. No. All right, next time. Next time. What? Ooh, number 14. Not back-to-back, but 14 is still good. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, 15. Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, we're about to finish here lap 2 of going around the lake, and we're getting to the park now where I'll go ahead and take a seat and do some shiny checks before we move on. And here we go. Ooh, there we go. Number 16. Shiny number 16. Still no back-to-back ones though. And there we go. So yeah, just the one. Yo, number 17 in the bag. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Number 18, dude. Let's go. Yo, a huge and a shiny. Dude, let's go. I think it's like the second one I've ever encountered in my life. The first one having been Roselia, like last year, the year before. Nice, dude. Number 19, and it's an extra large. Let's go, dude. Ooh, finally, number 20. Man, I almost did an entire lap just to get this one. Cool, there we go, number 20 in the bag. We're a little bit behind on the on track to getting 30 by the time that we get to the end of the event, because that was number 20 and that happened a few minutes just after 4. So at this rate, it might be like 28, but if I can get a couple more in a shorter period of time, there we go. There we go, number 21. All right, so that kind of makes up for that. But yeah, if I can get a couple within a short period of time, then yeah, I should be able to get back on track to getting to 30 before the CommDay ends. Ooh, number 22. Let's go. All right, we're catching up. All right, let's see what we get. Ooh, there we go, number 23. All right, so here we are with 23 so far. 7 more to go and we break our record. Or probably 8 more to break the record. Ooh, 24. Hey guys, you know what's funnier than 24?
Let me hear it.
25, let's go. 25, dude, we're gonna blow this record. Oh my god. Ooh, 26. All right, man, 4 more to go. 4 to go, and then we'll get to 30 with 35 minutes left. Not bad. Oh, 27. 27. Let's go, dude. Like a minute and a half later. Dude. Oh, we're so gonna break this record. Yo, 28. 28 with half an hour to go. 2 more to equal, 3 more to break. Let's go. Oh, and I'm also just realizing now that I got the 1 million Stardust that I needed in order to work towards my level requirement. So there you go. Now I only have to use 200 super effective charged attacks. So during like PvP stuff or even raids, and then I have to follow a route for 7 days in a row. That's something that I'm gonna have to kind of plan out on when I can do it and where it is I can do one every day for a week. But then I'm still quite a bit away from actually reaching the XP requirement, so that'll still take I don't know, like 3 months to get there. I think once I get closer to the 8.75 million XP, then I'll start working for the 7 days in a row for the following a route. Yo, 29. If my record is 30, then yes, I do have 1 to go to equal, 2 more to break it, but I will double check at the end of the video just to make sure whether I did or did not break my record. But I'm pretty sure this will be a record breaker. All right, this is gonna be my last check here with this batch at the park. This is one of the last chances that I have to try to get 1 or 2 more shinies. I'm still at 29 right now. I just need 30, 31 maybe, and then 32, I think, to guarantee the record. I know I've said that a few times now, but this tells you how close I am to my record. So let's go ahead and take a seat over here and see if anything will shine. All right, here we go. Oh, there we go, number 30. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on, let's go. One more, at least 1 more. No more in that batch. Let's go. Come on, 1 more. I just need 1 more, 2 more just to cement it. Oh, there we go, number 31. 31, let's go. Dude, this is it. This is it. Oh my god. Dude, oh my god, 31, let's go. Let's go. All right, dude, this game is really teasing me now. All of these that are here are not shiny. I've got 4 minutes left, less than 4 minutes left, and I just need number 32. Please give me 32. I'm down to the last minute and a half here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. All right, I got less than 60 seconds. I've got about 45 seconds left before the clock ticks over to 5. Come on, just 1 more. 1 more. Of course, when I need the game to give me these last minute shinies, it doesn't want to give them to me. Come on, just 1 more. Oh no, it's 5. Yeah, and that's it. The event is over, but 31 should still be the record. That should still have broken the record, but we're gonna recap when I get home because I need to get there. I need to take a shower, and I gotta take my dogs out. I gotta feed them. Gotta probably feed myself, and then we'll recap and evolve some Pokemon at the end, so we can get some of these Tinkatink or Tinkaton with Gigaton Hammer as the move. So I'll see you guys back here in just a couple seconds, and let's see how today went. Did I break the record? Did I not? Did I equal it? I guess you'll have to stick around for the next few minutes to find out. All right, so I'm back here in my little office, if you want to call it that, and I was just about to sort through the Tinkatink that I caught today. I think the coolest thing happened that I didn't realize that I caught until now that I'm going through my Pokemon, and the thing that I caught was this right here. A perfect IV Tinkatink, not a shiny unfortunately, but I did get a perfect IV1. Unfortunately, I did catch it in an Ultra Ball, but really cool that I got a perfect IV Tinkatink with the Community Day Tinkatink event tag at the bottom. So pretty cool stuff. And it was caught in the wild, so it wasn't caught during any of the special research. This was caught purely in the wild, which really cool. Here's our first evolved Tinkaton with Gigaton Hammer, 300 power. What the? I mean, look, in the game, it is a very powerful move. So I guess I understand why it would have so much power also in the game. So then I wonder what the trade-off would be. So kind of like how some moves, how they work a certain way in the game, they had to kind of rework it for Pokemon Go in order to have some sort of trade-off. So for Gigaton Hammer, I don't exactly know like what kind of stats it might drop during battle. So I guess we'll find out. If not, I'll put it somewhere here on the screen, but I'm sure we'll find out if we ever do use Tinkaton for any sort of battling. And then at the end, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go over to see if I did in fact beat my record of catching the most shiny Pokemon in a single CommDay, or if I equaled it or did not beat it. I'm pretty confident that I beat it by like 1 or 2, but we'll find out, because my previous record, like I mentioned before, was Magikarp. So if I did beat the record, or if I didn't beat the record, we'll know at the end of the video. All right, so here we go, evolving the shiny one. So this will be a Dex entry in of itself. All right, here we go, the Dex entry, nice. And then finally, the Shiny Tinkaton. And there we have it. Shiny Tinkaton into the Pokedex. All right, so whatever's left, I'm not going to evolve those into Tinkatuff, but what I'm instead gonna do now is move on to see if I broke my record. So the first thing I'm gonna do is look up Magikarp and Shiny. Now, it shows that I have 30 of them, but a couple of these, like 3 of them probably, are not from CommDay. I think one of them was like a random encounter. One of them was from CommDay weekend at the end of the year, one of these years from a couple years ago, but the rest of them were from its CommDay Classic. So I'm gonna go through some of these. This one was just caught in the wild. I wanna see where it starts with CommDay. Actually, these are all caught on the same day, so I'm assuming this was CommDay, and this was in 2020. All right, so let me go back and see which ones were caught on 8/8. Okay, so this is the first one from 8/8. This is the 172 CP one. Let's go up a little bit higher. Okay, here we go. So 63. So the one that was 63, which is this one, all the way down to the one that was 172. I mean, I can already tell you that we broke the record. So that's 24. So on Magikarp CommDay Classic, or I'm assuming it was a classic, I caught 24 shinies out of the 30 total Magikarp that I have that are shiny. So we cleared the record by 7. We cleared it by 7. So if I look up shiny and Tink, then we get 31, which you'll see there at the top underneath where it says Pokemon. So that is 31 shiny Tinkatink caught over the course of the 3-hour day that we had today. So I shattered that record by a lot more than I thought I was going to. I honestly assumed that I had 30 of the Magikarp. I had 30 in total, yes, but I thought I had 30 specifically from CommDay, and I had a little bit extra from other stuff. But yeah, I blew my personal record out of the water, and that's awesome. I don't know if I'll ever be able to break that record again. I'd have to go on a walk the way that I did today in the future in order to do that, in order to be able to try to achieve a similar record. I mean, at best, I feel like I could average about 25 to 30 shinies per CommDay because of how great the odds are. And also, you just have to be very lucky to encounter a shiny every few minutes in order to have that sort of average, like to be able to get 30 plus shiny in a small 3-hour window. So not bad. We broke the record. I broke my personal record. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's CommDay. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments how many shiny Pokemon you caught today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.